Butter yellow and white is good. Butter yellow and chocolate brown is great. If there's an oven fire, you should never. I thought I was gonna be Shakespeare without the plays. Dying on my birthday. If a man really needed help, he will not ask a woman when he could ask another man. Random things to know because you never know. If there's an oven fire, you should never grab water. You should grab salt. Get some salt, throw it in the oven. I saw this from an Elvis movie.
This is salt. Let me show you some.
Oh!
It's an old wives' trick.
I think maybe it's a little too well done.
Number 2, if you're experiencing stomach pain, gut pain, bicarbonate of soda mixed with warm water in a cup, then drink. I remember when I was 19, during my birthday week. Oh my lord. Story time. My gosh. I thought I was gonna be Shakespeare without the plays. Dying on my birthday. I have impressive pain tolerance, but on that day, I thought I was gonna die. Bedridden ill. It was so dire that I started deleting notes on my phone in case they decided to go through my phone while I was making my way to heaven. And I started serious, frantic prayer. Honestly, it's pretty funny in retrospect the things I was saying in that prayer. I was so frantic that all professional etiquette in prayer, such as going down on your knees, putting your hands together, bowing your head, all went out the window. All went out the window. And I was just this frantic, whiny mess. I remember saying, it's just not fair. I mean, this is the way I go out? This is your divine plan for my life, Lord? I just can't believe this. I mean, my stomach pains, gut pain, severe as it may be, that's a little pathetic. Like, are you for real? There's kind of much cooler ways to go out. But I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out. Oh my goodness. I think about those essays. All those essays I've written. All those essays. And then they won't even get submitted or graded. And who cares if they get submitted or graded? Because I still have 2 years left in law school. I'm never going to graduate with a first class. Woe is me. Woe is me. You would have thought I was Moaning Myrtle.
Who's Moaning Myrtle?
I'm Moaning Myrtle. I wouldn't expect you to know me. Who would ever talk about ugly, miserable, moping, moaning Myrtle?
But then I started saying, there is no way you would do this to me. I've done nothing that would warrant this kind of response from you, Lord. You wouldn't do this to me. No. I'm like crazy a little bit when I'm thinking about how I was acting. I was like, no, you wouldn't do this to me. My Heavenly Father, my Lord, no, there's no way. Fast forward, I cried, vomited, and was all better. But more importantly, my mother and father are by my bedside panicking. This is prior to the frantic prayer followed by vomiting and crying. I'll tell you about Mother. I like Mother quite a bit, so I don't like to talk about Mother. I like to keep it all to myself. But I'll tell you this. Mother is as smart as a whip. She is so helpful, very resourceful as a person. Despite this, she very easily finds herself in a frantic frenzy, especially concerning her baby girl. It can be quite overwhelming. She says, please, sweet child, please, just drink this mysterious foggy liquid in this glass cup. I beg you, please. And I say, as politely as you can, when being pestered while ill, Mother, please, if I drink this, will you give me some space? She says, okay, just please drink this, please, I'll hold your head back, I'll give you support, just make sure you drink it all. I kid you not. It was like a magic potion, instant relief. The moment that warm water and bicarbonate of soda made contact with whatever was going on in my stomach and my gut, instant relief just started making everything better again. So stomach pain, gut pain, bicarbonate of soda mixed with warm water, then drink. That was a tip for stomach pains and gut health. Now onto a different type of health and healing, religion and faith. In order to get closer to God, whatever that means to you, never speak in the third person, always the first. For example, I myself wouldn't say, oh, I wish God would do this for me. Rather, the thing is God. I've been thinking, my Lord, and it really is the fact that, well, did I mention, my Lord, that I wanted to thank you for all this? A lot of things have been muddled in my head, and you know what? I'm just going to give this all to you, okay? You know, I know you can take hold of it. I'm just going to give it to you, my lord. First person. The idea behind this is that when you speak in the third person, God feels far away, as opposed to someone who is always there and is in fact so close to you that he's actually within you. God's within you. Speaking in the first person, as you would to a friend or any other human, makes it feel as if there's dialogue, that you're actually having a conversation, as opposed to a distant far-off wish you've just uttered into the abyss. It will indeed strengthen your relationship with the Almighty. Now for healing of another kind, oral health. Tip number 3. Oral health. Understand that flossing is more important than brushing. Yes, indeed. Consider flossing like showering and brushing your teeth with toothpaste like moisturizing. I had a dentist make that analogy. You don't moisturize before you shower. Flossing comes first, and flossing is more imperative. Now, safety advice. We have to get serious now. Safety advice. This is one of the things I feel you just have to come to terms with about society. If a man really needed help, he will not ask a woman when he could ask another man. So keep that in mind when you're out in the wild. Moreover, do not compromise your safety by being nice. Always keep in mind, especially women, but don't think you're exempt from this, men. Never underestimate how warped people are. The one thing people are universally successful at is surprising you with the sheer amount of audacity that they have and the sheer amount of evil within them. Sad to say, but it is like it is. The principle. People will test. The predators test. The evil demons test. The story time. I remember when I was walking on a day out, and to get from point A to point B, you have to cross this pathway. Now this pathway is wide enough that 3 people can walk side by side comfortably. Certainly 2 people. Keep that in mind. At the end of this pathway, it's even wider. Okay, I think I'm gonna need your help, dear viewer. Is my mic fine like this? I need an outside opinion, because if it's myself, I might have some bias. But is my mic fine like this, or is it better like this? Is it better if I just speak to you like this? Which one's better? Or does it really not make much of a difference? I'm thinking this is the better option, so we'll just continue like this for now. But let me know in the comments. Now back to the story. There happens to be this Uber Eats cyclist delivery man just chilling on his phone, on his bike, not moving. There happens to be another person in front of me, and he passes by the man on the bike comfortably, because it's not narrow. There's plenty of space. Tell me why a couple seconds later, a couple seconds later, this gremlin decides to accidentally move his bike as if it were about to run into me. Honey, if looks could kill, he'd be a dead man. I stop immediately, look him dead in the eyes. You wanted my attention so desperately, you got it. And I just stare at him with eyes filled to the brim with malice. I can't replicate that look for you because I feel no ill will towards you, amore. But a look sufficed, because I don't think trolls such as that man deserve the privilege of hearing my voice. And in response to blatant malice from me, he jumps back on his bike and sheepishly says, "Oh, I'm sorry." You will get no response from me, and I keep on walking. But you can bet your bottom dollar he will not try that again. Another instance I saw on social media, which actually coincidentally happened in my city. This marvelous girl is taking a picture with her friend in the mirrors that they have in our city's train stations. And the walkway towards the trains are intentionally wide. You can fit about 7 people walking side by side together. No problem. And in the video, the walkway's empty. It's just her and her friend far off in a corner taking a picture where the mirror is. They're 2 feet away from the mirror. The entire right side of the walkway is empty. Keep that in mind. This rodent of a man squeezes right through the girls and the mirror. Mind you, they are 2 feet. 2 feet apart from the mirror. He squeezes through them, literally squeezing his way through them. To look for the train. Mind you, the train is already passed. The train's passed. And the way our city's train stations are set up, the information on the trains and their destinations and so forth are before the walkway to the train. That's how it's set up in our city. So what are you looking for, pal? So this gem of a girl, knowing exactly what this vermin is doing, goes off. It's a work of art. So admirable. A barrage of insults. Excuse me? Why would you try and get past us when the entire walkway is empty? You know why you do it? Because I know you're kind. You filthy predators like to test people, and I'll be damned if I'll be the next victim. Mind you, I've phrased this much nicer to follow YouTube guidelines. And after hearing her response and her friends, this man walked immediately out of the train station because he wasn't looking for a train. He was indeed there to test. Moral of the story is to never avoid making a scene for fear of embarrassment. Better to be embarrassed, and alive than shy and dead. Okay? Scream, curse, do it all to get safety. By all means, fight tooth and nail. And always be skeptical with strangers. Scratch that. Be skeptical with everyone when it regards your safety. It's far too serious and important to overlook. It is too serious to compromise on. I'll also play you this video because, as this video title suggests, random things to know because you never know.
If someone comes up behind you and bear hugs you and attempts to grab and take you away, immediately drop all of your weight to the ground. The person will not be expecting this. You'll be able to wiggle away and at least get some room from you in that hold. Once again, someone grabs you from behind, drop your weight. If someone tries to cover your mouth or puts their arm in front of your mouth, you got teeth, okay? Your teeth are strong enough to take off your own finger, but your mind prevents you from doing so. So your teeth are always going to be great assets. If someone has you in a chokehold, what you're going to do is you're going to thrust your head back and you're going to break their nose. And I mean with all of your might. Go back, because if someone has you in a chokehold and you lower your weight, they're still going to have that hold on you. But if you throw your head back or use your elbow to hit them hard in their ribs or wherever it may be, that is going to be a great way to get out of that. If someone's holding your arms like this, what you're going to do is you're going to pull, twist, like bang, in one swift motion. If someone grabs your shoulders, you are going to knee them in their groin and run away. Also, your nails are very, very good tools. If someone's up in your face, I want you to immediately start clawing and going for the eyes. Always go for the eyes.
Now on to another tip. Closed mouths never get fed. You must ask for help when you need it. Closed mouths never get fed. This is one of the smartest things that Brother Dearest always says. I remember a couple years back when we were returning from Germany. Due to extenuating circumstances, I had to cancel my smooth, nice, quick and easy return flight and take the train with La Familia. It was not the most delightful journey. But during this tumultuous trip, we met a girl. Let's call her the heroine, because that's exactly what she was. A hero. This heroine was also from our motherland, and she was guiding us through the whole journey. She was really something. Really, really. Praise from me doesn't come so easily. This girl was so impressive as a person, very resourceful. She was like an older sister figure, and she could speak 5 to 7 languages, and she was constantly switching from language to language the entire journey. And she had a really good eye for people and what they were thinking, which enabled her to make wise, decisive decisions. This heroine is teaching me so many things throughout this entire journey home. But the most important thing she would constantly re-emphasize was, closed mouths never get fed. She would tell me, you see how I always ask for help, darling? With my baby stroller, with directions, with the luggage. It gets me closer to my goal, which in this case is to get us home. Know this, people won't just help, but when you ask for it, they likely will. If one doesn't help, you ask another. Do not assume everyone is the same or will say the same. Remove embarrassment and sheepishness. They will not get you anywhere. You must be social and speak first when you want something. Be bold, or we'd still be in Germany, which means be bold or remain stagnant. And in a finite life, you cannot risk being stagnant. I will never forget that heroine, the most impressive woman I've ever met. Always ask. You need something? Ask. Any inconvenience? I now ask. After that experience, why ask? I'm happy to say I don't get inconvenienced very often, but a frequent one that I do get inconvenienced with is when I go to the store and I can't reach for something. After that experience with the heroine, I immediately look for a man. The advantage I need is height, which they possess. I say, may you please? Would you mind? With joy they help. It's always, is that it? You're positive you don't need anything else? There's really nothing more. You sure? Certain? People love to feel useful and needed, and you love a solution to your problems and convenience. Win-win. Closed mouths never get fed. Say it with me now. Closed mouths never get fed. If you want something, ask for it. Ask and you shall receive, right? Even when you can't speak the language. Even if you can't speak the language, it still applies. Closed mouths never get fed. You must ask. I remember when we were in a store in Germany, my mother and I went shopping and we could not reach what we needed. The shelf was, Eiffel Tower, Burj Khalifa, so tall. And I had to go to this huge man, and just tap his shoulder and rely solely on gestures to ask for help. Relying solely on gestures to communicate is quite comedic. It was really quite ridiculous that he started laughing while helping get things off the top shelf, which he himself had to stretch to get. Let me play the scene out for you. It was like this. Help me, mom, me, foot, reach, too short, you, tall, can you? He goes, okay. But honestly, it was really, really ridiculous. But honestly, after that performance in that German store, I could feature in a Charlie Chaplin film. Very effective. Now on to another random thing to know, because you never know. Just a moment. Fan break. Ooh, that's hot, isn't it, honey? Alright, back to business. Another random thing to know, because you never know. This one might be a hot take. Lukewarm take. Heartbreak. Heartaches. When I'm with you, I get heartache. Do you know that song, Al Bowley? Never mind. Here's the take. You don't have to experience heartbreak to learn from it. You don't always have to experience certain things yourself. You can simply learn from hearing the stories and experiences of others. Doesn't seem so much even of a lukewarm take, let alone a hot take. But here's what I hear people say often. You have to experience heartbreak in particular at least once in your life. Everyone must experience it once because they will learn from it. And what you will learn is so grand and just really opens your eyes, and it's like you're reborn once you've been heartbroken. I don't know if I totally agree. I don't think you necessarily have to experience bad things to learn a lesson. I think it's better to operate with the understanding that experiencing it yourself is almost as if it's the last method of teaching you the specific lesson that you may have failed to learn through observing and listening to the experiences of others. For example, this quote, "Everyone should experience heartbreak once," was said in regards to a romantic relationship. But I, without the pain of the experience, am still able to extract what would be learned through such an experience by listening to one who has been heartbroken, perhaps even absorbing more information as a third party who is not impaired by the emotions of someone who they themselves was actually in the situation of, in this case, heartbreak. The message here is, if you can help it, do not let it get to the point where you have to be taught this lesson by experiencing it yourself. To spare myself pain, my prayers used to always consist of, "My Lord, teach me many things. I thank you greatly for the wisdom that I have gained. Let what I am to learn be from the experience of others as opposed to first-hand painful experience. If you could do me that solid, it'd be much appreciated." Nevertheless, ending every prayer off with, "Just as the heavens are above the earth, so are your ways above mine. Therefore I want your will, not mine." Another random thing to know. Clothing. How to pick clothes. Colors. I've kindly compiled for you, dear viewer, from all the TikToks I've seen on my For You page, which colors go together in terms of clothing. So, let's begin. Navy and silver is good. Navy and cognac is great. Beige and tan is good. Beige and burgundy is great. Butter yellow and white is good. Butter yellow and chocolate brown is great. Dusty rose and nude is good. Dusty rose and olive is great. Emerald green and gold is good. Emerald green and plum is great. Now on to section 2. Dresses and shoes. White dress and white shoes is good. White dress and pink shoes is great. Chocolate dress and black shoes is good. Chocolate dress and gold shoes is great. Light blue dress and beige shoes is good. Light blue dress and silver shoes is great. And with that, I've left you smart, resourceful, and beautiful. If you want something else, which isn't so random, such as why you keep seeking wrong partners, then my video, How to Select a Good Man, a Good Partner, is for you. By the end of it, I'm sure both your standards and your decision making will have improved exponentially. And with that, you may go ahead and like and subscribe. Comment if you please. Ciao mon ami.